I do not encourage nor condone any of the actions performed or products shown in this video. All of the videos are produced in a safe and controlled environment. Do not attempt to replicate any of the actions performed during this video.
Hello beautiful people from the internet, it is Connie over here. Welcome back to another video. So today I thought I would give myself a little bit of an editing challenge by trying to recreate the vision that I have of nostalgia into a little video format for you to also enjoy if you'd like. I want to do this because I have been consuming a lot of content about nostalgia as of late, both YouTube as well as reading, and I've also been feeling quite nostalgic. Not sure why, but I thought it was a great time to try and make this vision come to reality. Now, it is very clear in my head what I want to do, but I'm not sure if I have the skill set to make it come to reality. But this is just the easy part. This is the part of recording. Everything in post-production will be harder, but I will definitely try, and I'm very excited to see if I can make this happen. So for right now I will be smoking a Chesterfield Original cigarette while also talking a little bit about nostalgia, how it makes me feel, the concept itself, and how it has evolved through the years. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you have a great time while watching. So my tools for today will be my portable ashtray, which I have right here ready to go. Very important if you want to smoke in a place such as this one, you have to protect the environment, of course. I also have my very pretty kitty lighter that I acquired not too long ago, as well as my cigarette. So let's get this lit and let's get the party started. Why don't we? Let's go. So the first thing that I know that I want to do for this video is to upload it in 4:3 format. Which means that if I'm inside of a little square, I have made that first point come to reality. I don't know why this makes me feel so nostalgic, because films and movies stopped using 4:3 in the late 50s, and I wasn't born until 2001, nor did I consume a lot of media from the 50s, so I don't know why this aspect ratio makes me feel so nostalgic, but it does. Now, if you are watching on a phone, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but if you're watching on a desktop, a laptop, something like that, you will see that I'm inside a little square, hopefully, if I made it work. And every time I see a video with this aspect ratio, I just feel, oh wow, the good old times, you know? I don't know why, but it makes me feel really nostalgic and warm and fuzzy inside. Now, it's very interesting to think about how the concept of nostalgia has evolved through the years. It didn't really exist until 17th century, late 17th century. It's not that people didn't feel it before, it's just that it didn't really have a name. And it started having a name because Swiss mercenaries that were serving abroad started showing weird symptoms such as indigestion and insomnia and anxiety-like symptoms and depression and increased heart rate and difficult breathing and all of these things. And so a young doctor diagnosed all of these Swiss mercenaries with something called nostalgia. And this comes from the two Greek words, which are nostos, which is returning home. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. And also olgos, which is pain. It's very funny because it started as a medical condition. It started as a diagnosis for something that was abnormal. And it has evolved to be something so different, and it even induces positive feelings these days, but that's not how it started back then. Now, what doctors at the time realized is that the cure for nostalgia was simply to discharge these soldiers from war and send them back home to the Swiss Alps, and they instantly felt better. And I find this to be so interesting, and I had no idea that that's how it started. I had to do a little bit of research, and I found a fantastic quote by the author of one of my favorite books of all time, which is The Unbearable Lightness of Being, the author being Milan Kundera. And he said in his book Ignorance from the year 2000, I will quote, I have my journal here, "The Greek word for return is nostos. Olgos means suffering. So nostalgia is the suffering caused by unappeased yearning to return." And I find that to be just so beautiful, that it has evolved so much through the years, starting with a medical condition, and now it's something that you just feel this joy inside from. Of course, there are certain points where you get so lost in nostalgia that you kind of feel sad that you know that these feelings that you are getting from the past and these memories that you have will never come back. You can only have the memories of it, but you will never be in that situation again. And so sometimes nostalgia to me also feels a little bit painful. And I believe that you can agree with this as well if you've thought a little bit about it and gotten a little bit lost in nostalgia. But most of the time it's a feeling that I really enjoy and I look forward to when I eat a sweet that I haven't had ever since I was a kid, or when I see an aunt or an uncle that I haven't seen since the Christmas of 2004 or something like that, you know. There are so many things in daily life that can induce nostalgia, and most of the time it's such a pleasant experience. I look forward to it always. Now, the meaning has definitely changed from indicating homesickness, which that's basically what it was, to a general just longing for the past. So it definitely has evolved, and I wonder if it will evolve more. But a general longing for the past seems like a very great definition for nostalgia right now, and so that's the one that I attribute to it the most these days. And it just feels great, honestly. Most of the time it just feels like such a great sensation. Also, I feel like the look of nostalgia, at least in my head, the way that I see my memories that I am so joyful towards, it's just like a lot of grain, a lot of oversaturated colors, and like a dreamy glow to it. So I will try to apply all of those things into this video and see if it comes to fruition. Maybe this will never see the internet, or maybe it will, we'll never know. Maybe one day I'll have nostalgia for the day where I was recording the video about nostalgia. That is also very interesting, is that the moments you have nostalgia from are not exactly moments that you were like, oh, one day I'm going to have such yearning for this. Most of them are simple memories of happy things that you were doing, or sometimes it's even from a time that wasn't that good. But because your brain puts a little bit of rose-colored glasses over your memories, even times that didn't feel great, now you look back at them and you're like, oh, but I kind of miss that. It's like, it was not that bad, even though maybe it really was. Your brain, as a survival instinct, protects you from bad memories and just applies this tint of prettiness, I don't know, joy, to even memories that weren't so good. And I find that to be also very interesting. Now, in Portuguese, although we also use the word nostalgia, being nostalgia, we have another word that I find very beautiful that is specific to the Portuguese language, that is saudade, which is basically a nostalgic longing for something or someone that is now absent. And I think that's really beautiful. When we miss someone or something, we say, tive tantas saudades tuas, which means I missed you so much, but with that word saudade, which means such a melancholic state of longing for something that is no longer with you. And I love that. I find that very beautiful. I've really been thinking about even moments of today that I feel like are not as good. I've been thinking, one day I'll probably miss this, one day I'll be nostalgic for this, so I might as well enjoy it now. And I find it really interesting how the brain protects itself from bad memories by creating this beautiful image of things from the past. And I just really hope I can achieve the vision that I had for this video, because I love the feeling of nostalgia so much, and to have a visual representation of it would mean a lot to me. I feel like that was most of what I had to say for today. I had my journal open in case I needed to read through some notes that I took before, and I wonder how this will turn out. I wonder if it will make you feel some sort of way. Maybe not now, but in a couple of years, who knows? And I wonder how I will feel about this in a couple of years from now as well. So I hope you have enjoyed watching. I will see you all very, very soon, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, alright? Bye!